economics and unity, but rather taught to hate, rob, steal, and kill. Then we act surprised when they don't fall prey and don't conform to made-up ideas. For the same reason we live in extreme poverty, to make fun of someone's Conway's dress or lack of Nike apparel. For the same reason you whip through inner city streets and foreigners worth more than your crib. For the same reason black little boys are taught to have the most women, and it's taught that it is cool at a young age, and it's teased if he doesn't have any girls. Then we expect faithful outcomes when they're in their 20s. The same reason people claim it takes a community, but it's still promoting scrutinizing the youth for not knowing any better. The same reason you push society norms for men, then act surprised in the name of feminism when he acts out in the way of dominance. The same reason men are taught to hold their pain, never let them see you weak. Stay strong instead of being alone a helping hand. What's wrong with a simple, how was your day? Is everything alright? I love you, I care about you, you mean a lot to me. I just want you to know that I am proud of you. I understand you. It's alright. It's alright. You don't have to be ashamed to express yourself to me. The same reason the women scream fire instead of rape. The same reason you pumping up your black fist, but the black community have never seen you. The same reason you making up separatist, quote-unquote, conscious communities. The same reason you think you bigger than the next black person because you know a few African symbols and read a few non-reliable books. The same reason you in arguments about you know more history than the next person when the most important time in history is now, the present. The same reason you was birthed in the inner city but in a healthy household and have the nerve to judge someone who have liked what you have came up with. The stupid logic, saying I did nothing, saying I did not, saying I need to stop making excuses for black people. They need to be held accountable. How can you hold someone accountable for not never knowing anything? Damn Negro opponents of white supremacy. The same reason you lock away a man for more than 10 years in a box, then ask why is he committing acts of crime. Didn't you learn this lesson? The same reason you were locking up our youth, because they were quote-unquote conspiring to kill, steal, and be menaces to society. The same reason I get prejudiced side eyes at 1 a.m. For the same reason black youth are ghetto and loud in public, but whites riding over a damn hockey game are considered upset individuals. For the same reason you're gentrifying our communities, forcing blacks back to the slave habitats, then leaving it near to impossible to see our innocent criminals in prison. The same reason there are no career plan in our school system. Then we cry out and wonder why the college and school dropout rate is sky high. The same reason they are teaching you to be a slave. The same reason they are training you to become a working class citizen, but you think you're becoming a boss. There's nothing less than an old American Jedi mind trick. It is designed for you to fail. Same reason these artists talk about gun violence, then rap about how they got guns bigger than the Empire State Building. The same reason our young ladies are worried about Instagram paragraph appreciation from their boyfriends instead of that same paragraph in form of assimilation and transformation to reality. The same reason that young child was never taught fairness and responsibility. They're having to watch you wonder why they're outside at 4 a.m. in line for some fucking J's. The same reason our kids lack critical thinking skills and having to watch them fall prey to the media and reality shows and negative propaganda that having to watch these same kids grow up and have kids. What you think that's going to do to them? What you think is going to happen? You see what they have done to us? This is our 2016 reality. Pay attention, people. The same reason I was never taught to show my pain. I will have conflicts and difficulty expressing myself. My emotions and feel it in a proper way of understanding. The same reason I can't find work. The same reason I was taught my skin have no worth. The same reason these little boys are running around fatherless, descendants of studs fresh off a slave ship. The same reason that young boy we just killed this morning, I don't even know his name. Can't even count. Can't even no longer pout. I know what happened. This is our new non-surprising reality. The same reason fathers are missing and mothers are working 16-hour shifts. For the same reason sisters are home. For the same reason we can be building and unifying. For the same reason we could be building and unifying. But you're so focused on my religion and what God I'm praying to. For the same reason side chicks is an accepted norm. For the same reason you need the most hoes. Why? Nobody knows. For the same reason you looking for the latest hoes. For the same reason, women are degraded in a world that hates them. For the same reason, this new school R&B is used as a form to disrespect women instead of uplift. I'm starting to really question who you brothers are really out here trying to appeal to. For the same reason, there is no love, I love you, and how was your days in our black households. For the same reason, 4 little girls are still burning. For the same reason, Malcolm is still laid out on the Audubon stage. For the same reason, hundreds of thousands of black folks are still standing frozen to this day, waiting for MLK to finish his damn DC speech. For the same reason, they teach you that the civil rights movement, quote unquote, succeeded, but in reality failed. Yes, failed. Listen, they failed. I know what they taught you in those texts, but they failed. MLK and company didn't fight for us just for us to have the right to vote. They fought for us to be free. They fought for us to be free and equal. So we need to close those textbooks and books and pick up where they left off at. The same reason our businesses are still burning in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the same reason we have no trace of history of ourselves, the same reason we hit the streets when police kill screaming, hands up, don't shoot. But when Tyrone shoot at you, you bringing that shit to his front door. The same reason we can't keep focused on ourselves. One day it's Black Lives Matter. The next day is gay rights. The next day, let's free for Palestine. The next day, let's turn up. Next day, let's have a parade. And the next day, it's love and hip hop, which is lit, filled with naked women throwing bottles and niggas that ain't shit. Then the day after, now we're worried about a fucking gorilla. Are we fucking serious? The same reason your religion is corrupt. The same reason your indoctrination have got you out here hating and misbehaving towards your own people. The same reason you're running around busy quote unquote succeeding. The same reason you've graduated and moved outside of the hood. You moved outside of the hood instead of building. Now you falling trapped to mental assimilations. The same reason you lost my respect. The same reason I'm now two-piece in obstacles. The same reason I'm being who I needed. The same reason I'm looking out for innocent criminals. The same reason I'm doing what I have to do. The same reason I didn't start to believe in myself until the end of 2014. Now no one cannot tell me nothing. The same reason I was a slave just like yourself. The same reason that I didn't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. You niggas don't want freedom. I'm done.